No, but I want to show out this video because yeah, it's crazy how they do you. I don't know if you hear me, but it's actually crazy how they do you, and repetition is the best thing out there. So I'll say it again, it's crazy how they do you, man. It's crazy. Hey man, the whole is crazy, man. Hey. But no, it really is. So I'll kind of shoot it off with that. So basically, I'm actually just leaving the mall. I was just networking, right, doing my thing at a Barnes & Noble, looking at a few books, got a little latte. So right, it's fun. It's good fun. It's like December, like I want to say 9th right now. So they have the whole, at the mall, right, at my mall, they have the whole Christmas setup. They were playing Frozen, right, doing the whole deal. So it was really neat. But where I want to get to my point, I'll try to make this story quick. It's pretty crazy, right, how they do you. But but yeah, so over the weekend, right now it's Wednesday, and this happened but this past Saturday, and basically I got charged with DUI. Yeah, basically. But I definitely, I'm kind of going off here because I still am a little bit salty, right, to be fair, But I'll try to make this quick. But basically that night, I was driving around, and I went to a Target, right, just to check it out. I was looking at the iPads, right, because I've been seeing the iPads, right, they're getting really nice, and just to do like work on, they have the whole, right, flip it, little, the keyboard, the mouse, it's like a big iPhone, right? So just do a lot like easier work on there than just like a whole computer, right? I can just have all my stuff on there. It would just be like I can take that wherever I want in my bag, so on and so forth, and just bam. Dang, what is it? Now I know they have like you can like cellular, like you get like 4G on your iPad, or I could just do a hotspot. So pretty cool, right? I was just kind of checking them out, doing that. And as I left, I went past my house, right? And I was just gonna go for a drive, right? I was just gonna kind of go for a stroll, go for a drive, listen to some music, right? Some throwbacks. And I was kind of on this street. I live in a college town, right? So I was right on this street where there's restaurants going on. It was a Saturday night, had the Christmas lights, kind of some construction cones going on. So I got into that, and I was like, whoa. So I bust a left to go home. I turned on my GPS, and then I don't know what street that was, right? This is at the time. So I just have my GPS, and I'm going home listening to music. I had a bar of chocolate that I got, the Hershey's with the almonds, right? That's really good stuff, especially if I'm in the mood for it. But yeah, I got like a gallon of distilled water at Target, so on and so forth. But yeah, so I did make a pretty bad traffic violation, and pretty much what happened was I thought I had to go, I was right across the metro, right at this intersection with the whole lights and everything. I thought I had to go past the railroad tracks and make the left turn, but the left turn was like right there, right? And it was like, the left, oncoming traffic, and then like I would have just went right there straight. So, but I mean, missed my judgment, right? I don't know, like looking back at it, of course I can kind of connect the dots, but at the time it just kind of swoop, one of those things. And so I did that, and I go past, I'm crossing the road, and then I realize, oh, there's no left turn. So I'm like, shit. So at that point, once again, looking back at it, I kind of was like, okay, muffled. So I just went straight, and at that point, that's like the lane across from me, which is right oncoming traffic. I see like the arrow pointing right this way, with the little, for them to go make the right turn. So I'm like, damn. So I pretty much was driving against the flow of traffic at that point. And it really was like one of those kind of moments, right? And once again, right, pretty bad. I mean, like, geez, looking back at it, it's like, what? But there was no oncoming traffic, or else I kind of, would have obviously realized that maybe that wouldn't have been the route. But, and then once again, looking back at it again, I mean, it's I can connect the dots, but hey, it's already happened. So I pretty much went against the flow of traffic, right? And it was just a little like right street, right? Nothing like too like big, you know, getting right off like a highway or something like that. I mean, this is just kind of like in town. So I drive and I noticed it, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm driving against the flow of traffic. Well, that's a new concept. So I just keep going and to get into the adjacent lane, right? So I can get back on that other side of the road. This is where. And so just I could, you know, get back to my flow of traffic, basically. So I do that, and then I'm still in the adjacent lane, and right before I know it, bam, cops are behind me with their lights, eep, eep, you know, kind of deal. I'm like, oh crap, I know I'm in for it at that point. And they literally must have been right there. They must have been like either behind me or like across from me, like they were right there. Or they must have saw it happen, and we're just like, you know, this guy, like, whose man's is this? You know, so I was just like drove straight against oncoming traffic. Like, they must have been like, what the hell? Like, whose man is this? Like, what? You know, and it's you know, getting close to the holidays, right? Saturday night. So you know, I'm sure, you know, they're aware of a bunch of drunk drivers. But once again, right, I'll probably say that a few times. I was not under the influence of drugs or alcohol at the moment, or the whole day for that matter. So yeah, they pull me over, and I keep going straight. I bust a right into this like apartment complex where there's like this big parking lot right there. So at that point, I'm not really too sure where I'm at. You know, I'm kind of like, you know, starstruck. And once again, we're looking back at it. So yeah, he walks up, asks for my license and registration, and I'm kind of getting that. I think I just handed my title. You know, like you're giving my license, which is where I messed up, right? I should have had that passport. I don't know if I speaked on that before here, but you know, because I wasn't driving, man, I was traveling, not driving for e-commerce. I don't know, but I'm not very too familiar with that stuff. But I mean, if you know, you know. So I asked him. He doesn't really bring anything about it up. So I'm like, why'd you pull me over? And he's like, why do you think? I'm like, you know, so and so forth. But I think he goes back there, and looking back at it, it looked like it happened so fast. They were at my door fast, and there was two undercover cops, right? They both must have been chilling right there. And his buddy was like, roll down your passenger window. So I'm like, you know, I didn't even know he had his buddy with him. So I'm like, okay, like, and then he walked up, and you know, kind of gets some flashes lights or whatever. Right, and he was like, I was like, you know, hey, how's it going tonight, right? He was like, you know, good, whatever. And I'm like, shit. But furthermore, started questioning me, right, where am I coming from? You know, so and so forth. I told him I'm coming from Target, right? And other than that, like, I didn't really know where I was at. Like, dude, what street you were just on? I couldn't really answer him. I was like, because like I said, right, I really just like kind of drove down my street a little bit and busted a right turn. We're just going for a drive. You know, I'll tell you this, right? Like, I didn't even want to know where I was at. Like, that's exactly where I wanted to be, is not knowing where I was at. Just going for a drive kind of deal. And it really is one of those like situations where it's like, damn, I'm in a pickle, right? But anyway, I'm just coming up on some traffic here. Damn. I'm kind of just like driving too, just making this video, so I'm not even like really too sure where I'm at. So hope I don't get in the same situation I was at the other night. Oh my god, imagine that. At least I got it on camera though, so freedom. But I'm actually gonna pull into a parking lot here and finish this. But yeah, so basically, right at that point, they asked me to step out of the car. I'm like, damn, turn off your vehicle and step out of the car. So I'm like, shit, y'all really doing me like this, aren't you? And they were. So yeah, and then at that point, right, I do literally all of these traffic violation stops. I'm saying all of this stuff. I'm talking about walking the straight line, looking up, right, counting to 30, and I guess he like timed it to see like how close I was. You know, I wasn't even too sure. I'm like, what the heck? You know, shining the light in my eyes, right, looking at my pupils. A few other things. I mean, I was like, you know, doing a few things. I remember kind of thinking at one point, like, you know, like, okay, like, geez, like, are we done? You know, but then, right, and then so on and so forth. And at one point, someone drove by on a skateboard, and he was yelling, "Get a real job! Get a real job!" And I was like, I don't know if he's on my side or there. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? I was like, what the heck? You know what I mean? But yeah, but before I know it, I think they told me to look up, or I closed my eyes, and bam, right there arrested me. Like I'm like, whoa, I'm like, it's crazy how they do you. I'm like, yo. I'm like, bro. You know, I was just like, yo, I was just saying like, yo, it's crazy how they do it. Because I was like really surprised. I'm like, oh my gosh. And of course, looking back about it, like, I don't even know. It's like, it's just all crazy. But yeah, so they do that. They read me my rights, right? Put me in the car, read me my rights. And right, I'm talking about undercover, you know, whole deal, do that, right? And just say, oh, I was under the influence, so on and so forth. They asked me if I want to take a breathalyzer test. At first I was hesitant. I was like, no, like, what? At this point I'm like, because once again, right, like, I kind of read my rights, or not read my rights exactly, but sorry, I just passed the feds, you know what I mean? So now it's like, hey man, whenever I'm dealing with the feds now, I'm like, damn. Fuck. So now whenever I'm dealing with the feds now, I got paranoia, man. Like, I got PTSD in my heart. I'm like, so I'm gonna get back to this real quick. But was that another cop? Oh crap. Yo. Bro, I need to get the fuck out of here, bro. Like on phone him grave, bro. On phone him motherfucking grave, bro. I'm scared. Damn, this is long as video. I'm gonna make this real quick because that's where I just saw a cop, and then I'm driving more. I see another cop, you know, kind of sitting there coming up on. So I just should have made this video guy here because this is coming up long. But damn, I don't know how this is all gonna come out, right? But so far, you know, it makes sense, right? So but yeah, right, reads me my rights, so on and so forth. I was hesitant on doing the breathalyzer test, so I was like, nah, I'm good, fam. He was like, hey, this is your chance to prove me wrong. Something. So I'm like, that makes sense. I knew I wasn't drinking, but I was just like hesitant, right? Because like I was saying too, you know, I'm kind of looking into the law. You know, I've heard a lot of people say things, you know, as far as, right, like I said, I'm not driving, I'm traveling. You know, just like this whole debate as far as, you know, being a United States citizen and just being like a state citizen or a state national, right, and actually having your rights, not, right, signing, you know, not a constitution, but a contract with the United States, you know, and just like having your legal born rights, right? And just because, right, when people come into this country, you know, from other countries and want to, you know, become a United States citizen, they have to do all this stuff, right? But I was already born here, so it's like, it's just different, right? And once again, right, that's just like one from another, you know, I've kind of connected the dots. I've heard it from a few different people, but you know, it's like, you know, like, you know, I mean, I'm still kind of iffy of it, you know, like if I was being pressed on it, like I really couldn't like hold too much of a discussion other than like, oh, so on and so forth. But I have actually a website I'm gonna post in the description that talks a lot about it, and it's like, you know, legit, you know, so on and so forth. You can look stuff on Google, right, and it will tell you like the difference between, right, driving and, right, traveling, right, so on and so forth. Right, driving is a privilege, and, right, traveling is your that's your right. You know what I mean? So, but to continue the story, So yeah, at that point, I do a blood breathalyzer test. It comes up 0, and he says exactly what I thought it was going to be. So he basically just thought I was on drugs. I don't know exactly what drugs, but, you know, I guess from the traffic stop or the traffic violation I made, right, going against the traffic, like I said, was pretty bad looking back at it. Like, damn. And then on top of really not really too sure with where I was, right, where street I was on, where, you know, coming from Target, right, so on and so forth. He just, right, kind of making assumptions. But still, right, it's just like assumptions. Like, it's like, really? And then the whole fact of, right, being arrested like that. And then, anyway, so I got brought to a DUI checkpoint they had right by the college campus. I've actually played basketball across from. I've actually literally, me and my friends were parked in that exact parking lot and walked over to the campus. So I knew where I was at as far as that goes. And they had the whole truck set up, right, other cop cars there, and it's right by a police station. So it makes sense why they would put it there. Damn. You got like 230 packs. Damn, man. That's what's up, though. And they just, you know, kind of probably walking home, man, chilling out. That's cool. But anyway, so yeah, I do all the tests again. He took that one point, you know, he took my, they took my blood and my blood pressure. At one point, I even went into this dark room, and there was this green light that they wanted me to look at. And they kind of shined light near my eyes and looked at my pupils and then at my eyes, so they could really like see what my actual pupil size was, which was really strange. I was like, wow, like, dang, you know, like all this stuff they're doing, right? And so yeah, they took my blood pressure like twice, but to kind of end it off with that, basically, I signed some stuff to have my stuff taken back. You know, wherever I sign, I was really looking at, like, do I have to sign this? Like, what is this, right? Like, you know, but just trying to understand that, because once again, right, this is all, like, life experience, as far as I'm concerned, you know, and in a sense, right, this is probably a good thing that happened, right, really kind of, right, kind of pushed me off board, you know, to really say, okay, it feels like it's slowing me down, but it's the exact reason why I'm going to speed up. And, but after all that, it was basically like, is someone going to come pick you up, or are you going to walk? And I was like, I can make a few phone calls, but I'll probably walk. And then, right, look through my phone. It was at midnight at this point. I got pulled over around like 10 something. And by this time, it's like the next day. So, yeah, it was pretty much like, okay, well, bye. You know, like, bye-bye. I'm just like, you know what I mean? Just like walking home with my bag and shit. It's just like, damn, like, and once again, it's crazy how they do you, right? And it's, you know, and people were going in and out of there too, and I could definitely tell, right? They were, you know, drunk, you know, they had like bloodshot eyes, and they definitely looked like they were drinking. But I guess I was just on drugs. I guess I'm just a drug addict to them, as far as they're concerned. But yeah, I mean, pretty crucial stuff. And yeah, basically that's it. And I went home, and then now I just kind of got to deal with this, right? So on and so forth. And the only thing they'll probably find in my blood is THC, right, from, right, you know, days back, right, wherever the case may be. So, but other than that, and as far as here in Arizona, it just got passed, right, legalized. I know they're decriminalizing it, and but I think by March, within a few months here, it's going to be recreational. You know what I mean? As long as you're 21, you can go into, right, one of these shops here, you know what I mean, and pick you up a few joints, right, and smoke it, do as you like. So definitely have that going for me, like I said, right? I mean, like, I'm not out here causing no harm, right, doing this or doing that. So yeah, I just turned 21, so it's like, damn. I mean, I feel like they definitely did me dirty. But once again, right, I mean, it all could be for a reason, right, to put me in, right, these different situations, to put me at that place, that, right, for me to come to, right, different realizations and, right, well, like I said, life experience, and then to really, right, help me move forward and do whatever I gotta do, right? God's plan. But regardless, though, you know what I mean? As far as right now, it's like, it sucks. You know, it's tough. But no, you know. But no, I'm gonna catch up.